I was talking to a friend about a mutual friend's workplace situation. And I mentioned to her, in order for her to understand what's actually going on, she would need to quit her job. Hey there, I'm Tabby, a mental health guide that is obsessed with empowering you to live a life that you truly love. This week, I want to address something that is very common: a toxic workplace. So, what exactly constitutes your workplace to be toxic? Literally, it's an environment that is saturated with stress. It's one that is plagued with poor leadership and one that is lacking support. Now, these factors can and will impact your mental and emotional well being. If you're working from home, the stress can bleed onto your family. Now, if you remember, I do live in Dallas, Texas, and I am a retired hairdresser. I did hair for the upward swing of 10 years. I would choose to drive to a salon that was at least 25 miles away, which in this area commutes to like an hour drive. Doing it this way, I was able to go from home to work, and then on my way home, I would go from work back to home. This gave me a decompression of sorts. But what if your commute is just a few steps from your office into your living room? What if your office is your kitchen table? Chances are, if you're not decompressing, you are carrying home your stress from work. It's not staying at your keyboard, wherever that may be. Decompression between work and home is just as important as being prepared going from home to work. Now, I'm not usually one to single out individuals, but today is different. Gentlemen, this one's for you. Now, I know not all men think this way, but I'm fairly certain that nearly everyone knows at least one male who believes providing for their household is solely their duty. This is not true, and you have to let go of that burden. It's not a fair expectation. Holding on to this belief can and will trap you in a job that you hate, driven by the fear of not being able to fulfill your responsibilities that you think are exclusively yours. Recognizing a toxic workplace is the first step in breaking free from its grip. Feeling overwhelmed or mistreated, having no home work-life balance, or being constantly swarmed with tasks, this is a clear indicator that you are in a toxic environment. Taking action is crucial, and that's why I told my friend that our mutual friend would have to quit her job. You have to start by setting boundaries, beginning with yourself. If you have a work schedule, make sure to incorporate breaks and actually take them. My friend hasn't quit her job yet, and right now, not quitting her job and dealing with all of the stress has done two things for her and her family. One, it has brought anxiety to her spouse, and two, it has brought depression to herself. Now, she is the breadwinner in her family, and yet she feels that she is responsible for everything. That makes me, as her friend, super sad for her. I told her rock bottom is the only place where you can and will see each and every path ahead of you. Rock bottom is the best opportunity you have to grow through your troubles. But rock bottom is not somewhere that you're meant to stay. Set boundaries, decompress, and appreciate the time that you have with your family. Until next week, I'm going to leave you the same way that I always do. Be kind to yourself. Always.